Hey there, Super Dan here, and I thought I would make another video. This is a video that's a backup to what Mike Boyce put up on the Brotherhood of All martial artists today, and it was just a short clip where I was talking about footwork and so forth. And when he videoed it on his phone, unfortunately, I was talking during John Crocioni's class, so what we had the sound of his class and the sound of me just chatting away, and some of it was overlapped, some of it was blurred, and it didn't come out very, very clear. So what I wanted to do is I just wanted to go ahead and just shoot just this little video to clarify what was gone over when I was talking to Mike. Now, what I was talking with Mike about was about footwork and how I applied it with stick fighting, not so much, let's say, the blocks and checks and counters and disarms and all the other training drills, but if you actually get in there and you're fighting sparring and so forth. And this came out of a chat that I was having with his son Travis on how to read people and how to read their body positions in karate fighting. And then we went over into the stick. And one of the things that I was talking to him about was that there is a way that I do my footwork so that I don't pre-plan whether I'm going forwards or I'm going backwards. I take the guesswork out of it. And he thought, well, what, is this to confuse the other person? I says, no, this is to free up my mind so that I can do a very natural response, whether it's a forward or backward response. And he got very intrigued, and so I talked to him about what I called the dance of the Cocoa Krispies. Now, I title it like that because every father knows the dance of the Cocoa Krispies, and that's when their kid has to go to the bathroom and they're doing this and they're grabbing themselves and just moving like that. So what I do when I'm stick sparring, and sometimes I'll do this in karate fighting as well, is that as opposed to like a bouncing or moving all over the place and running this and that, what I will do is I will do a series of very short staccato steps, each one varying in length and in position, so that what happens is that I'm moving one way, moving the other. And the fascinating thing is that while I do this, and I'm going to overemphasize this, but while I do this type of stepping, one foot is up or the other foot is up. And when I see the person move, whichever foot is up, it's natural to move in that direction. So if I'm here, I see the person move and my rear foot is up, then it's very natural to move back. If the person moves and my lead foot is up, it's natural to move forwards. Now, this takes a lot of the guesswork out of it, and one of the things that I do in conjunction with it is that whether I'm moving backwards, I strike, or whether I'm moving forwards, I strike. And the key here, or I should say a couple of keys here, are number one, I don't have my arms out here so that I have to load up and strike. My arms are back here, spring loaded already. My targets, the hands, are now out here to where the person can hit. So very, very important. I'm here, bang, bang, shifting, and there it was. I stepped backwards and I hit, and moving and just a little dance, and I move forwards and hit. Now, that's the first thing. Now, the second thing is that what I'm watching is I'm watching the person's shoulders. I'm not watching to see if they load up with the strike or anything like that. What I'm looking for, and I invariably get it, I mean, this is almost, you can almost take this to the bank, is that usually they'll either drop their knees before loading, or launching, I should say, or they'll lean forwards. And I'm looking for that quarter inch. I've worked decades on spotting karate opponents, stick opponents, and I've gotten to where my recognition skills are good enough for me to be able to know when to go backwards or go forwards. I look for the telegraph of motion, not the commitment. See, here's the fascinating thing. If I wait for the person to go and they're in mid-flight, before I move, they've got to jump on me. If I see them drop their shoulders, or I see them start to lean, they haven't committed, they haven't launched their body in flight, and depending on my positioning, I've got my step or this way. Now, a real quick question before I get to the third thing, the third key aspect is that, you might say, okay, what if they fake and you step back and you've done your strike? Well, it's really simple. And this is for the students of the gathering, because what I went over is just a 5-stroke pattern in sequence, and then how to work everything off of that. And it was basically here, 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 and then back to spring load. So what's my first action? If I'm here and I back up from a fake, notice I'm already loaded for my counter strike, or my counter strike this way, if the person happens to do a stutter and a go. Now, let's get to the third key point on this forwards and backwards action, and that is my strike delivers as I step. Whether I step backwards or I step forwards, I don't go here and then bang, nor do I go here and bang. So this explains that brief video that Mike posted, and add this, those of you who got the DVD set, which included the functional twirling and what we went over in the Brotherhood class that day, add this video. I'm going to set it up, you're either watching this on YouTube or you've actually downloaded it from Vimeo. I'll set it up so that you can download it and add it to your collection. And those of you who weren't there, well, you missed a whole heck of a class, but you know what? You can download this, you can watch this yourself. So anyway, there you go. Super Dan, over and out.